Welcome back to another episode of The Daily Fight. My name is ROBYN TANNER, and I'm going to tackle something really probably controversial or maybe an unpopular opinion. And I'm going to talk about being a controversial Christian. And what I have to say about that is there's so much I'm guilty. I am guilty of judging. It is something I'm working on. And I like to say I'm observing instead of judging. And I'm going to do a whole podcast on this. But I judge, and I think you judge, and I think we all judge. And we know that we're supposed to leave the judging to the big dude upstairs. But this is human nature. It's also kind of like where we're kind of like thrown into in society is that we're judging people. And I always throw out these lovely life lessons to my children. And of course, they say, Mom, not everything needs to be a life lesson, but sometimes it does. And I think we judge what we don't value, we judge what we don't believe in, and we judge what we don't understand. And so join me in a couple of days or maybe next week, and I'm going to drop a podcast on that. But I want to talk about being a controversial Christian. And what I mean by that is that it's hard. It's hard being a Christian. And for the people that are out there that are not Christians and not believers, or maybe you're a different religion, what I mean by that is it's hard to be obedient. It's no different than having a diet and giving up your favorite foods and going and doing the runs and the workouts and trying to lose the weight. It's no different than having a budget and a financial plan, and you're trying to be obedient to the debt plan, to your investments. It is hard to be obedient. It is hard. And it's what I mean by being a controversial Christian is that I'm still cleaning myself up along the way. I got a tattoo. People think that, and I got a tattoo after I was saved, and people think that tattoos are wrong. And I know I'm probably going to get all kinds of people quoting scripture. There's people that think, if you do yoga that like you're a bad Christian. There's people that, I've been through divorce. I have, there's a lot of things that I've done, cursing. Like there's so many things. There's people that are living together that shouldn't be living together, right? Because you're not supposed to. So listen, here's the thing. This is my take on it. What I love is there were several years where it was beat into me. It was basically like, you're going to hell, you're horrible, you're evil, because I wasn't saved. I didn't believe in God, really. I don't know if I was atheist or agnostic or what it was, but I was really just quit bullying me into submission to Jesus Christ. It didn't work that way for me. He just plucked me up one day, walked me down to the altar. It was like an out-of-body experience, and I was saved. And the world was different from that day forward. And I crossed a line to where I know the difference now. I wasn't perfect overnight. There wasn't poof pixie dust. And I never sinned, and I didn't do anything wrong. And I didn't, judge people or curse or, lie or all of the thing, right? So what I mean by that is just that, I believe in getting cleaned up along the way. I believe in trying to do better than yesterday. And people that are out here judging you because you wear a cross, or you're a Christian, or you're a believer, or maybe you're Catholic, or you're Jewish, or whatever it might be. And we're out here judging other ways of living. And trust me, there's things that I'm like, holy, you know what, against. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about us, we're not meant to chastise people. We're not meant to belittle them. We're not meant to put them down because they're not doing it our way, or they haven't done it yet, or they haven't, they haven't experienced faith yet. They don't know the difference yet. I don't think it's meant to be that way. We're not meant to bully somebody into submission. That is not being a stand-up Christian. And if you want to judge me because I still curse, I'm way better than I used to. If you want to judge me because at one point in my life I was living with people that I wasn't married to, or that I've gotten divorced, that I've yelled and screamed at God when things are like gone, like, where are you? And I feel totally lost and alone. Did you know you're allowed to get mad at God? Like it's nothing that he hasn't seen an unruly child before. But my point being, my job as a Christian, my job, not yours, mine, is to live the best way that I can, according to him, and clean myself up every single day, and let that be shown through how I'm living, how I'm serving, the things that I'm speaking, the things that I'm putting out in the world, how I represent my life based on his ways and what he has done for me, and that I show that while I am honest about the things that I'm still working on, the things that I'm still getting cleaned up about, the things that I'm still feeling convicted about, the things that I'm still not being obedient about. Because not one of us is perfect. Not one of us, can say that we don't sin, that we don't screw up, that we don't make mistakes. I just think that it's my purpose to live the best way that I can to represent Jesus and what he's done for me, how he's helped me overcome things, how he's helped me achieve things, how he uses me a tool in other people's lives. And if I'm going to get judged for that, awesome, great, because then that means that people are seeing some form of what he's doing in my life, good, bad, or ugly. So when you're out here engaging with people in person or online, um, how are you showing up? And even if you're not a believer and you're still listening, awesome. Kudos to you, because you can take something that you don't agree with, which is what I think we need more of in this world, and pull something from it to help you to be challenged with different perspectives and different viewpoints and different belief systems, and be challenged by that. And how can you use that? How can you reflect upon that? How can you learn from that to better yourself? And I think that's what it's about at the end of the day, because this is a continuous process, just like personal development, personal growth. It's a continuous process of creating yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. And I think it's kind of cliche, because I'm a rebel and I'm a rule breaker, like I don't really like cliches like, oh, I help people reach their full potential. But isn't that what you want? Do you really want to experience life? Whether you're a Christian or a non-Christian, do you really want to experience life and you didn't actually experience the fullness of you, that you didn't live authentically is who you are and who you're made to be? Now, I'm trying to do that as who Christ has made me to be. He did not have to come down and pluck me up, but he did. I didn't need to be bullied into it by other people that were telling me that I was living the wrong way. And I get that a lot of people do that with good heart and in good nature. But if you're out there judging people, chastising them, trying to beat them down into your way and your standards and how it worked for you, I would encourage you today to see where you can step back and soften those edges a little bit to welcome people in, because in my experience, it just pushes people away. It just pushes you away more, shuts you down more. And that's not going to help somebody see. That's not going to help somebody see Jesus and what he's done for you and the grace he's giving you and the strength that he's giving you and the tools that he has given you to empower other people, because this is not easy. It is not easy being obedient. It is not easy cleaning yourself up. It is not easy showing up every day, being fully aware of your weaknesses, being fully aware of your deficits, being fully aware of your temptations and your sins, and knowing that you still have to keep sharpening them and polishing them and refining them and softening them and reducing them and completely removing them until you have created something better and learn from it to be able to be a light for others, be a line leader for others, and be a voice for others. So I just wanted to share that with you today, because I think it's important that we understand that we're all out here. The majority of us, I still believe the majority of us are kind, good-hearted, want to do good people. I still believe that most people have dreams and desires that they're not fully living and expressing. I believe that this is a battle and that we're supposed to be fighting the good fight. And that's ugly. The wars within yourself are ugly. The external wars, the distractions, those demons inside that you have that nobody knows about but you. It's hard. And it's hard being obedient day after day after day consistently while you're being judged or rejected or put down or bullied into something. And I guess I want to make sure that one of the things, as I'm thinking this through, is that if somebody, by way of my writing or my speaking or my coaching and putting myself out there, is I'm still getting cleaned up. And I was saved back in 2015. So, right, that was 9 years ago. I'm still getting cleaned up. It's a journey, it's a process, and it takes a long time. And I'm not quite so sure that we'll ever get there. But my grandma, who lived 97 amazing years, used to always say, I'm doing the best I can. Every day she said she was doing the best she can. And I would like to believe that most people out here in the world, that we're all doing the best that we can. So before you put it on somebody, especially Christians out there, before you put it and rain down on somebody, dial it back a little bit. Maybe they're just starting out their journey. Maybe they are getting cleaned up. Maybe the version that you're seeing of somebody today is a cleaned up version, is a better version, because you didn't see them a week ago or 2 months ago or 6 months ago. So before you pass judgment, right? Before you say the words that come out of your mouth, reflect back to the person in the mirror. Is how I'm living, is how I'm cleaning myself up the best that I can right now. Am I doing the best that I can to show what Jesus has done for me, to represent the adversity that he has helped me overcome, to show the resilience that he has given and put in me to keep rising up every single day, to be obedient in that and to stand strong in that. So that's what I got for you today on the Daily Fight. Please don't forget to rate and review this. Share it with your friends. I'm here and open for discussion, for conversation, good, bad, ugly. I welcome it, because if we don't have controversial and challenging ideas and perspectives and personality in this world, we are doing something wrong. Now, that doesn't mean that like I'm picking a fight, but what it means is that I'm sitting here opening up conversations. And I want you to open up conversations. One of my things is communication. And I want you to be able to have clarity on the things that matter to you most. If you're getting cleaned up today, if you know you can do a little better, if you're doing better than what you were, let the people judge you. They don't know, and they don't need to know, because your people that know you already got you and get you. You don't have to explain yourself. But you do have a duty, especially if you already are a Christian and a believer and you are saved. You do have a duty and a responsibility to be obedient to whatever it is that God has saved you for, because it is a much bigger purpose than outside of your social media feed, outside of the work walls, outside of your family home. It is much bigger than that. I believe that with all of my heart, or I wouldn't be doing this. I would be on a farm petting animals and feeding wildlife all day long. So that's the truth on the Daily Fight today. My name is ROBYN Tanner. Thank you for humoring me and being here today. I am showing up ugly for you left and right this week, and I hope you do the same in what matters most to you. Peace out.